out by professional athletes over the weekend. I'm sure you've seen the footage of the brawl between the Indiana Pacers and the entire city of Detroit by now. It played about 1,000 times this weekend. I watched it about 2,000 times. We played some of it on Friday night, but we didn't have all the angles. I've been analyzing this thing like the film of the JFK assassination. I really have. For those of you who haven't seen it, let's go through this tape, and I'll point out some things that you may not have noticed. It started, as you may know, with a little shoving match after a hard foul. Indiana Pacer named Ron Artest and Detroit Piston Ben Wallace. They got into it. Wallace pushed on, roll the tape here, and there's a scuffle. Now, after the scuffle, there's Ben Wallace, number 3. He threw his towel over at Artest. Then it calmed down some. Artest, who was a nut, by the way, decides to lay down on the scorer's table, and you can see him there relaxing. And while he's laying there, this guy throws a cup of ice on him. Artest now goes nuts. He charges up into the stands and attacks the wrong guy. This is the guy who the police say threw the cup, and this is the guy who gets it. Now, yeah, he goes over, he brings this guy in the white hat, like tries to grab him from behind, and then Pacers Steven Jackson comes in there and starts fighting with the fans. And look look up in the corner here of your screen, and you can see who's in the back row. None other than Mike Tyson there, our guest tonight. Yeah, do you see? That was something that they missed on ESPN. And I mean, this is just mayhem now. Everyone's fighting everyone. These guys just killed. Look at that guy. Kill him. That's Suge Knight, I think, jumped in there. Now they go, they break it all up. The security gets in there. There's a guy with a collar on just laughing and enjoying himself. Artest gets back out on the court. He's suffered some jersey damage there. And now this guy shows up. And I don't know what he's thinking or what he says, but he gets a shot, a couple of them, which he brushes back. Ron Artest, there's a guy now in a wig for no reason. A funny wig shows up. These guys are all laying down. Now this guy in a suit, I don't know who this jumps into the... And then, now Ron Artest is calming down, and suddenly there's a third fat guy that gets involved. This guy, and this guy gets up, and the Pacers' Jermaine O'Neal just charges in and demolishes him. Just pounds him. Oh, scary, right? Obviously, it got crazy, too crazy, actually. The police almost had to spray Ron Artest with mace, and arena security guards were this close to breaking out the T-shirt cannons, that's when you know it's serious. Detroit area police have identified that guy in the white hat who threw the cup, a guy named John Green, and John Green got a visit today from the Detroit local news.
Can you leave our property, please?
I'm just asking if I can talk to you. John Green pulls into his West Bloomfield driveway around 10:30 this morning. When he sees me, he immediately says, no comment. Then, to emphasize the point, he orders his German Shepherd to attack. When the dog runs the wrong way, he redirects the dog by pointing at me and yelling, go get him.
Well, you know, you spend all that money on an attack dog, and when you really need it... NBA Commissioner David Stern announced a season-long suspension for Ron Artest. Artest is a guy, by the way, who 2 weeks ago asked his coach for a month off so he could promote his rap album. I guess he got his wish. Stern also suspended 5 other Pacer players on Saturday. The team had to play short. They had to play shorthanded, and unfortunately, it was also team photo day. So this is what the fans got. We could have fed like 600 hungry families with the amount of food we poured that night. Fortunately, noted statesman and NBA great Charles Barkley was on hand today to summarize and make sense of this whole ugly fiasco.
Anytime a fan touches you, you have the right to beat the hell out of them.
He's kind of considered like the Henry Kissinger of basketball. And that wasn't the only bit of ugliness in sports this weekend. Big fight during the college football game, Clemson, South Carolina. And look at this.
Lou Holtz, at 67 years old, is out there grabbing guys and trying to break it up. Everybody's squaring off. Holtz trying to calm everybody down. Newton's down. Police eventually have to go into the end zone. And there's Silas. Drilled, cops all over the field.
We're really about 4 months away from this being Iraq. I mean, really, seriously. Is this football or Fallujah we got going on here? Looks like Oprah's shameless attempts to buy the audience's love is finally back. That's why I want you guys to know. You'll be very happy to know tonight. None of you will get anything at all from me. Nothing. You will get nothing at all.
Anytime a fan touches you, you have the right to beat the hell out of them.
You're right, Charles.